Oh, good morning. I just feel so tired. I am so exhausted. So today is TTC. I don't feel that great. It's not that I'm sick, like my stomach's just messing with me this morning, and because of that, I just feel I got 8 hours sleep, but it doesn't feel like I got 8 hours sleep. I also forgot to put instant coffee in my tea this morning, so I didn't get that jolt of energy that I typically do. Found the cast parking rather easily. Luckily yesterday, I don't know if I went over this yesterday or not, they gave us area training for virtual area training, I should say, for the TTC. They even gave us a picture by picture, what am I thinking of, directions on how to like walk there, because it is, you have to like walk all the way this way and then walk all the way this way and walk all the way this way. I got here super early, which is why we're vlogging right now. But I would have vlogged this morning, but Ruben was just, for those who have kids, for those who have children or annoying little brothers, Ruben goes through these phases where he's like a little angel, a little cuddle buddy. It's just like, I just want to sit and snuggle him, and then he just gets into everything, and that was him today. And I was just like, I don't have the patience for it. And then I accidentally knocked over their water, and that was a mess. And so I had a great morning this morning. Today is my last early opening shift, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Next week I have a lot of closing shifts, and tomorrow is like, I don't have to go in until 10, which is lovely, which means I get to stay up today and try to reset my schedule, because I've been getting up at 5 for the last 2 days, and then 6 the day before that. So I'm very tired, but I'm making it through the week. I have a more positive outlook on my shifts, because I know like not every week is going to be crazy. Not every week I'm not going to have the days off that I want. But that doesn't mean I can't make the most of it. Yes, I do get upset when I don't get at least one weekend day off, because I don't get to see or hang out with Jared. But we're gonna try and, do something this Saturday while we can. So yeah. I'm gonna go start walking. I'm just gonna walk very, very slowly, because I'm so tired and I have time to walk very, very slowly. I do like Magic Kingdom. I feel like the front of Magic Kingdom and also Main Street may be hopefully a little easier than the hub was yesterday. Fingers crossed. So yeah, with that said, let's go have a much better day, because we're gonna go have a better day. Hey guys, so I've actually been home for a while. I was just like really hungry and like really sleepy when I came home, which is why I didn't really do much vlogging when I came home. I'm trying to find, there's just like no good way to like prop you up. Oops, sorry about that. Anywho, today was interesting in a good way. It was very different from what I was expecting. So I'm not going to go through what I was told. I'm just going to go through what actually ended up happening. So some parks and areas are more stricter than others. They have like a guideline that you have to kind of follow, like a time frame. Some of them even down to when you actually have your breaks. TTC is one of those laid back places, very similar to Hollywood Studios. TTC is also, from what I've realized, changed. There was a time where the closing TTC Incredi-Crew would hop onto cars and go around and help close all of the parks. Apparently that's no longer a thing anymore, which kind of made me sad, because I was kind of looking forward to possibly doing that one day. But pretty much what ended up happening is my shift started at 7:30, but we actually didn't end up doing any work until like 8:10. I think that's because sometimes they have to open it up a little earlier. Like if there's too many people, they have to start letting people in earlier, I guess. That said, with me being so sleepy, it was so hard for me to like not go back to sleep because we were sitting down in a warm room, in a comfy, quiet room, and I was just like, I need to go back to sleep. But like, that's okay because the adrenaline and work kicked in rather quickly. So what they ended up doing is until like from 8:10 until pretty much like the flow of traffic just gets down to very, very little. They have us each pick a boat, each pick a ferry. And what you end up doing is you basically just social distance people and you remind them to wear face coverings, which I know is the essential job in Incredi-Crew. What I ended up doing, and this is one thing that I do love about Incredi-Crew, and I'll kind of throw this out here because this is the last Incredi-Crew vlog for a little bit, is yes, Incredi-Crew's main job is to social distance, to remind people about face coverings and how it's supposed to be worn and when it's supposed to be worn, and like health safety reminders in a fun, happy, magical way. That is their main job. What we also do, the second half, is from what I've realized and has been motivating me to enjoy Incredi-Crew more, is we are also the I'm an extra body that can float around. What do you need me to do type of a person. We can just stop and answer questions for guests. We can help pack clear the way for cavalcades. We can, like I was doing at Hollywood Studios, kind of help like answer questions and tell people, you know, like this is full or this is how long the wait time is and help monitor lines or extended queues. If a ride goes down, we can go help with guest recovery, like answering questions and just being that person to listen in. Like we are that extra person. So that said, when I was on the ferries, I took it upon myself to seat everyone in the ferry. Basically, if you've never ridden on one of the ferries before, there's green dots for each family, and they're spaced 6 feet apart. And so what's really cool is we loaded the top part first, so I would kind of help load people in there. And then they would load people with wheelchairs or strollers down at the bottom. There were some moments where they even had them separated already, which I thought was pretty cool. And then after we've like loaded a wave of those with wheelchairs and strollers, then we kind of fill in the extra gaps with people who don't have wheelchairs and strollers because they're mobile. So what I thoroughly enjoyed is, sorry, my mom's texting me. So what I did is I kind of helped like remind people, please stay 6 feet apart as they were like walking up to the top, which they did a really good job. I had I had very little issues today with any sort of backlash or, you know, I don't want to, you know, wear my face covering or whatever, which was really nice. And like everyone was very compliant and stuff. Stop it. All my alarms are going off. And then when it came time for the wheelchairs to come in, I would like guide them all the way down to the very end, or in this case to the very front of the boat, making sure each one of them was on a dot. And then when it came time we were full, I would give them the signal that we were full. And if we had a couple of extra people, I would go up and try to find them spots and like make it work. And even if we ended up overloading, which happened a couple of times, trying to find them an area where it would still be 6 feet apart. I actually really enjoyed that because, as you can imagine, it was very go, 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 go when we first opened. And like every single boat was full for like the first, let me see, started at 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 hours. And I was honestly dreading having to be on the boat for that long a period of time. Now, I will say I could have gotten off that boat at any time to use the restroom, to go for a break, so on and so forth. But after the first couple of hours, I realized how grateful the boat transportation people were that I was there to help. And they told me multiple times, thank you so much for helping. Thank you for helping them find spots. Like they just kept saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, which made me want to stay because when I feel like I'm being useful and I'm being helpful, I am motivated to do more, to do whatever I can to continue to do that. That's just how I am. Also, I had a protein bar in my jacket, so I kind of snacked on that so I could have like prolonged my break. Because, and this is something I think I liked even more, just like with Frozen Theater, after every load, you got a little break. Full boat on the way there, empty boat on the way back. Also, I want to point out, I love being on the water. I love being near the water. That said, I love the ferry and I love that trip back and forth. It was very relaxing to me. It was like a chaotic 15 minutes with like 15 minutes of peace and vice versa. So it was very doable. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and if I ever have a TTC shift again, I'm going to actually really enjoy it, really like it. After that first break, it was like basically just keep yourself busy for the rest of the day, which those type of shifts I absolutely hate. Luckily, they did let us go to Magic Kingdom and kind of help there on Main Street. There are other options that you can kind of be creative with. It's one of those things where as long as you're being kept busy and like actually being useful, they really don't care what you're doing as long as you let them know where you're going. So I decided to go hang out on Main Street because I was like, I don't know when I'm going to get to be on Main Street again, especially for Christmas. So I decided to go and do that, which that was very useful. I just walked up and down Main Street. There were lots of people who had questions. There were a couple of people that had their face masks down for photos. I tried to kind of social distance people because it was like around that time period where people just want to sit and relax, like in the grassy area. But again, no major issues or anything. The pack cast were very helpful, or very thankful that I was helping them out with organizing like photo pass lines and stuff like that. So again, felt very, very useful. It was literally just a matter of like keeping myself awake and keeping myself busy, and those two kind of tied in together because I think I used like pure adrenaline the first half of my shift, and then afterwards it just but yeah, I really very much enjoyed it. I have an Epcot shift tomorrow. I've worked Epcot before. I'm going to try and bring like a change of clothes so I can grab a cookie or a snack from one of the Christmas booths because those were not available when Jared and I went for Thanksgiving. So if I end up getting something like that, I will probably share it on Instagram. Also on Instagram, I will probably film a vlog about it, but check out my Instagram. I have been doing a lot of Christmas shopping from small businesses, and or I did a lot of Christmas shopping from small businesses during like Black Friday shopping, Cyber Monday, and then like the Small Business Saturday sales. And I've been slowly been getting them in the mail and posting about them on Instagram, so go check it out if you're interested. There are a lot of Disney brands and things on there that you may like, so like I said, check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, wear a mask, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.